Welcome to the sunny shores of Cape Cod. It's another beautiful night for baseball, and the Bourne Braves are back in action.
Cape Cod Baseball League, where the best players from across the country come together and square off against one another. Episode 25 of Tomahawk Talk. Normal crew, you know everybody. Liam Sullivan, Kerry Crowley, Troy Lynch. I'm Chris Jones, and a come-from-behind victory for the Bourne Braves tonight. Kerry, I'll start with you. A seventh inning, 4 runs on the board, and Corey Jolks highlighted it with a 2-run double to center field.
Yeah, the Braves broke out the conveyor belt offense. We've really been waiting for them to do that this season, playing station to station. Then down 3-1, down 3-2 at that point. Jolks came up with a huge hit in that situation, put the Braves ahead, knocked one out to center field. In most ballparks in the Cape Cod Baseball League, it would have been out of here. Jolks' first home run of the season, but Dorn Park just too big to handle it. But fortunately for the Braves, he stays on base. They're able to bring him around, and that made a huge difference. They got the insurance run that they needed, went ahead 5-3, and really never looked back from that.
Troy, overall, what did you think of the offensive approach tonight for the Braves?
I thought it was very decent. At the beginning, it seemed like they were getting a lot of hits when there was only 2 outs, and that just put a bunch of zeros up on the scoreboard. But once again, in the middle of the game, that's when they really shine. We saw players like C.J. Chatham, Nick Solak, Corey Jolks, and Pete Alonso. They all shined, multiple hit games for most of those players, and it just all came in together at the end. Glad they got the win.
And Liam, the bullpen, excellent again. Gavin Pittori, along with Austin Conway, who was able to get out of a tough 8th inning, along with a great play by Jason Lay. We'll talk more about the 8th inning, but just talk about the pitching first off.
Yeah, not to minimize the impact of Josh Rogers. He got the start tonight. Was absolutely stellar. Had a no-hitter through 5, and Colin Lyman ended up breaking it up. Fellow Louisville teammate in the 6th, but he was fantastic. Gavin Pittori, that's 2 T's in Pittori, similar to Tomahawk Talk, but comes in. He absolutely battles, just really attacking the zone. He gets hit around a little bit, but he comes back. He keeps attacking the zone, and then Conway comes on and just shuts the door.
I was really impressed in that 7th inning with the at-bats of the Braves. You mentioned it a little bit, but the 2-strike approaches. It seemed like Butler didn't have a put-away pitch. The Braves just continued to fight off pitches, but specifically, talk a little bit about Nick Solak in his last couple at-bats. He had the key RBI single late in the ballgame to give the Braves another insurance run.
Yeah, there's no player you'd rather have up at the plate late in the ballgame, late innings, than Nick Solak right now. Came into an at-bat in, I believe, the 7th inning, 0 for 3 on the night, and just worked a walk. Was so difficult to get out at that point, and then later in the ballgame comes up and gets an RBI single with 2 outs. He's been the key guy in the order right now. He's hitting in the leadoff spot for Bourne, yet he still leads the team in RBIs, and that's also a testament to the bottom of the order for getting on base for him and Solak for delivering.
Pete Alonso had a key hit in this game, and Troy interviewed him after the game.
Well, the Bourne Braves come back from a 3-0 deficit late in the game to finally win 6-4. Pete, you were a very big part of that tonight. You had 3 hits, including an RBI. Why were you so hot tonight?
Well, I was just trying to keep things simple, just not try and get too big with my swing, and just make good contact with the ball. Nothing really too complicated, just trying to get my guys in.
And in the 7th inning, you guys scored 4 runs. Corey Jolks almost hit a home run and ended up being a double. He had a 2 RBI game. How big was that tonight?
Oh, that was incredible. That was a total momentum changer. I thought the ball got out, but you never really know with these type of situations. Lighting really isn't that good, but I thought it went out. But it was a total momentum changer, and after that, we just caught fire and we just put some good at-bats together.
Unfortunately, the last 2 games you guys have lost, but you broke that streak today. How good does that feel, and how big is that going to go into tomorrow's rest day?
Well, it sucks to lose, and it's a lot better to win. So, getting a W here is obviously nice, and then off day, getting the pitchers to rest, getting the position guys' legs underneath us, gives us a chance to have a little rest before we get back at it again. So rest is always good when you play like a long season.
It was one of your better games in the Cape. What did you have to change in order for you to be so dominant tonight?
Well, before I was just trying to I was just trying to hit home runs, to be honest with you. My swing was way too big. I was trying to do way too much at the plate. So I just simplified things, back to square one, just trying to make good contact with the baseball, put a nice, good short swing on it, and then seemed to go my way tonight.
Great job, Pete. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Troy. And to our second favorite segment, it's T-Talk with two T's. Liam, we got great response on Twitter to the Young Pups Love. Just talk a little bit about that, some of the submissions that were given to us.
Yeah, we had some great submissions. Some of the premier selections that we'd like to highlight on the show would be submissions by Braves interns, Steph Gravello, team photographer, MLB liaison, Connor Pepin, just absolutely cute pictures of him and his dog, his young pup, excuse me.
Yeah, what do you say?
What am I doing? And then Austin Conway, closer for the Braves, his host mom posted a photo of him with his host dog. Host pup.
Yeah.
Good thing the pup wasn't at the yard, though.
Yeah, because they're not allowed.
They're not allowed to talk. Sad, but
So far.
Very sad. Carrie, you're walking amongst the fans. What was the talk? What was the poll that you would say about young pups being allowed here?
I think for the most part, people are moving toward Dorham Park being a pup-friendly yard, and I think that a lot of that has to do with T-Talk 2 Ts and what we created here. So we're just starting the momentum. The legislation is not on us, but please continue to use the hashtag T-Talk with 2 Ts to show your support for the pups in Dorham Park.
We're going to do T-Talk question on Friday night from Lowell Park. Right now, we'll go to our favorite segment, Players of the Game. Troy, lead us off, sir.
All right, I got Jason DeLay. I mean, he had first at bat, he got a single, drove in a run, and then he got a stellar out when a runner was trying to steal third, and the very next batter got a hit, so that definitely saved a run big time for Jason DeLay.
Carrie?
The mailman, Austin Conway, comes back after taking a few days off, throws 2 scoreless innings out of the pen in a pressure situation, picks up the save, I believe it's his 5th of the season, and keeps that stellar ERA at a clean sheet.
Mr. Liam?
I'm going to go Corey Julks, big hit tonight, kind of the obvious pick. He drives in 2. Don't forget that the ball in the dirt, scores Reed Humphreys on the pass ball. And then Corey Julks guessing fastball. They didn't want to leave another one down in the zone, and just absolutely drives one through the air at Dorham Park. I mean, we said it here. Probably should have been a home run. He's due. So watch out, Corey Julks.
And on that note, Julks' 6th multi-hit game of the season ties Nick Solak and Ryan Bolt for the team lead.
I'd like to apologize in advance, Gavin Patori's family. I will not be picking him as my player of the game.
Patori
An inning and
2 Ts.
and 2 Ts. An inning and a third of scoreless ball to keep the Braves in the game, to allow them to get that 4-run 7th and take the lead. My player of the game is Nick Solak. He only had 1 hit, but it was a big one. He also had a key walk and scored a run in the 7th. I think Nick Solak, top of the order, he's the guy that's the table setter, and he had 2 key at-bats to help the Braves come back tonight.
Wonderful pick.
Since he's got here, he has only failed to hit in 2 games, July 3rd and July 4th against Wareham. Other than that, he's hit in every single game in a Braves uniform.
The other guy I would pick is Joe Lincoln, hitting coach. After that 7th inning approach with all those 2-strike approaches, you could see guys were going to the opposite field. They're fouling off tough pitches. So I think Joe Lincoln should also get a shout out.
But speaking of Wareham, some significant news for the 11, 12, and 2 Bourne Braves, Chris.
The Braves look like they're destined for second place as Wareham is again losing on the road, 13-1 last time we checked against Chatham. So the Braves look like they're destined for second place at the end of the night.
06-1 to 11, 12, and 2. Who would have guessed?
If I could just backtrack for a second, I think Pete Alonso definitely deserves to be a player of the game.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to split my pick. All right.
We can also apologize to the Alonso family
for not originally
selecting.
picking him. I know I interviewed him, but he definitely belongs on the board.
That's a great call. Great apology. Heartfelt.
Nice job, Troy.
I got you, Pete.
All right,
goes out.
well, we have a day off tomorrow, boys. First time in a while we've had a day off. So unfortunately, no Tomahawk Talk. Or will there be? You'll have to find out tomorrow.
Wow.
If not, we'll talk to you on
That's
Friday
a teaser.
from Lowell Park as the Braves take on Katuitt, try and get some revenge from their loss in the 9th inning a couple nights ago. So that ends it for episode 25. We'll talk to you later. And makes the catch for the final out of the ball game. Ball game over. Bravos win.
Fastball off the outside corner, gets away from the catcher Logan Ice. Here comes Garcillo. He scores the winning run. The Braves take it 4-3 on a wild pitch.